Hi, so I'm here today to talk about the film Seven. The film Seven genre is a psychological thriller. We can find this from the use of action and psychological aspects that are found in the film to add suspense. The characters shouldn't win with physical capability, it should be with the ability of their mind and their wit. And the common themes that are found throughout a psychological thriller are death, reality, perception and identity. The main character in the first 5 minutes is Morgan Freeman, and we can tell by this with the use of an extreme close-up put on Morgan Freeman's face to show how tired he is. We also see that they have a close-up on his glasses. This is to show that he's quite old, he's very academic, and it's a lack of sight, so he's kind of losing himself. And then they do another emphasis on the timer to show how time's going by and he's getting older. The storyline is then set up as we go into a sequence of a man writing frantically into a book. Now, a book can symbolise secrets, so we know as an audience that we have secrets that we need to discover. This could also be used as a dangling cause because it's actually one of the characters writing in the book, but we don't know this at this time. Also, the use of in cards, as it can establish the variety of settings that are used in this film and the time of where it's set. What will keep me watching is finding the connection between the characters and establishing the plot, because in that first sequence we can see that Morgan Freeman uses very blank facial expressions and doesn't really move during the scene, so we can't really connect with his character. Also, the emphasis on the objects like the timer, and why is that emphasised, we can find out the meanings and the symbolism behind it. And then the enigma of what's going on, who we're going to meet, why, what and how this film's going to take place. As this film is more about plot over character, I want to be able to find out and work out the puzzle that's involved in this film. It lets the audience think for themselves, because if we establish what's going on in the first scene, then it's going to get pretty boring throughout the whole of the film. This film engaged me from the start because I didn't know what was going to happen. With the use of the music being quite sinister, I thought he was going to be attacked, and with the use of a close-up onto his face, I thought he was either going to die, but that didn't happen. It just went into another sequence which started to create an enigma of what's going to happen. Techniques that are used in this, so the use of mise-en-scène. They use a lot of props in the bedroom. There's a lot of lamps and books and a huge bed to fill up the space. This could be seen as that the man is alone and doesn't have anyone physically there to fill up the space. Seven helps introduce the storyline to an audience because it doesn't give everything away. We only meet one character and we don't really connect with him throughout. We just see how there's a lot of emphasis from other objects in his room. When they're going into the sequence of the books, they emphasise on 2 specific colours. They emphasise on black, which can symbolise darkness and everything bad, and they emphasise on red, which can mean murder and evil. They do this by using colour grading, especially with the red colour, as they make it a lot lighter so it's very clear what colour they're using. They also use a lot of jump cuts. They do this so it gives off the idea of a puzzle having to go into the next section. The use of diegetic sound, specifically the objects in the room from the mumbling of the TV, which could represent that there are too many voices in Morgan Freeman's head, and the selective sound that is used for the timer to emphasise the time is running out.